Hello and welcome to episode number 11 of the Chase Nate podcast, where we will be recapping the win against the Auburn Tigers. I am your host, TJ Mullins, and I'm here with my co-host. We back at it, baby. Alex Polson, Ryan Mullins. Fellas, how we doing?
Man, it feels great to be back.
Guess what? It's a blessing. It's a blessing.
Hey,
4-1.
back in the win
What
column.
a ball game.
Back in the win column, that was one of the better games I've watched in a very, very long time. Phenomenal. I mean, for the first 3 quarters of the game, I'm not even going to lie to you. I thought we had no shot in hell in winning that game. Then the team that came out in the fourth quarter is hopefully the team I will see, throughout the rest of the season. Because that team, I think, could win some ball games, man. And let's jump right into it because let's give some explanation as to why we didn't, get the podcast out. We 2/3 of this group went to Auburn, got to experience it, did their part. Hey, if y'all don't know, Alex Polson right there in the middle played baseball at Auburn, so he had a little bit of ties. I know that was special for you to get back, see the game.
Yeah, it was awesome, man. It was cool to see everything that is new down there from, and showing all my friends and everybody like Ryan, showing everybody a good time down there and showing them the vibes and the experience. So it's good that we got a dub too. I lost my voice. I was screaming so much.
Yeah, we can hear that, but hey, you did your job though. You did your job. Hey, go break that down for us, man, because I've heard a lot about it. You hear the rumors that it's one of the hardest places to play, not just in the SEC, but like in the entire country. You think that's true or what?
Oh, for sure. It gets loud. It's so loud in there. Like whenever I think they might have stopped us down there by the goal line. I think they made us punt or kick a field goal. You remember how loud it was down there?
Oh, yeah.
It got super loud. I couldn't hear it.
It got loud when we stopped them on the one, and we were on their 1 yard line.
Right.
And they were getting rowdy. That was at the first of the game, too. Their stadium is like ours.
Yes.
Where it's like a bowl lower, and then they have two upper level.
Yep.
But it's it's a little louder than in Norman.
Yeah, for sure.
It's loud.
Well, so I'm interested in how many more fans does it sit? Is it about the same size?
5,000.
5,000
It's like 88 something.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Hey, man, I'm not even going to lie to you. From the broadcast, hey, the Sooner faithful sounded like they had a good crowd in there.
Oh, yeah. Hey, we were yelling our heads off.
Yeah.
We had about the wall.
Yeah. We had like a corner of it.
Okay.
Like I don't know what end zone that was.
I can't remember.
North or south. I don't even remember. But we had like a section,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right where we came out from. We were all in that corner.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
With the band and everything.
Sweet. Man, it looked like a great experience. I was jealous. I'm not even going to lie to you. But, it's one of those deals where I feel like as Sooner fans, you got to go on the road at least, if not once a season, once every couple seasons, just to experience other stadiums, because, sure. We really haven't been able to do that.
Yeah. Now it's SEC, so it's cool.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't want to go to Kansas.
Yeah.
We
were talking down there, like, we don't want to go to Manhattan, Kansas every year.
Yeah.
Heck no.
But Auburn, Alabama, Tennessee, Florida. Go on and on, man.
Oh, yeah. It was a cool experience.
LSU.
Got to take everybody down there to do the Tiger Walk. It was pretty cool to get that. Got to see that. Got to tailgate a little bit. Then get to see the eagle fly down on the field before kick off. It's pretty sweet.
That's one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
Watching that eagle, man. Not just, it flew around the whole stadium.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't just go, let it out the cage and go straight to it. That dude was soaring all over, all around, and then dive bomb, whatever the fake deal they throw out.
Yeah.
Man, that was cool. It was cool.
That's crazy. I bet that was just insane to watch.
Yeah.
But Hey man, let's dive into the ball game though, because we had a hell of a game. Go down, and let's start on the defensive side of the ball because I feel like that's where we always have to start with this team because it's the heart, man. And they put us. They didn't play their best game up to this point, but they played good enough to keep us in the thing, and that's why we had a shot at the end. Ryan, man, who do you think played very well on the defensive side of the ball? Give us a few key guys.
I haven't been a fan of him, but I thought Billy Bowman played a hell of a game,
Hey, first play
especially
of the
in the
game.
run game. Yeah,
First play of the game, set the tone early, bro.
got to get off that block right
Yeah,
there. Yeah,
yep.
yeah, I thought he had a hell of a game. Um, and I honestly, I thought the scheme that we did in the first half, actually the first like 3 quarters, I don't know what the game plan was. I don't know. Maybe it had to do with the offense, but it was very like uh I wanted us to blitz more with that guy, that quarterback, because they're known for turning the ball over, right? This guy what didn't start last week, now he's starting. Just get after him,
Yeah.
make him nervous. But we didn't, especially in that first half. We just very vanilla and gave him some confidence, and that kid played well. I mean, through
Yeah.
3 quarters, he played a hell of a game. So give him some credit. Um, yeah, but other than that, of course, Kip's always flying around. I thought our D line was okay. I thought they got pushed off the ball a lot more than Tennessee pushed us off the ball. I thought Eli Bowen played well. I think he has to be a starter going forward. I mean, he locks down in the run game, and he's on hip pocket every deep ball they try to go at him. So, I mean, the other corners played well. I think 26 a liability. I think
He
5's a
is.
liability.
For Kanai, if he's got help, he's a good player because he's a big body and he can get physical with the receivers. But if he's on an island, bro, he's not fast enough. He can't keep up with the wide receivers in the SEC, and I think we've seen it up to this point because both games in the SEC, I mean, just getting ran by, and it's starting to become a problem, And Woody's the same way, and I think it's got to get addressed. And I like what you said about Eli Bowen because I agree there for sure.
Hey, P, what'd you think?
Man, I was gonna go with Eli and Robert Spears. I thought they both played really well. Those are my two guys that I really watched a lot of the game just to see how they prepared and how they went about the game. So I
And
just
you
thought
got
they,
to throw 32.
huh?
You got to throw 32 in there, too. I mean,
Oh yeah, definitely.
whoa.
I mean, he's always playing good, man.
Hey, I'm not going to say he's invisible the first 3 quarters. Actually, the first 3.5 quarters.
Yeah,
And it's because we don't put teams make them have to pass early.
No,
The whole game, right? We
yep,
allow because our offense doesn't score points, so
right,
we allow them to just run the ball and punt it back to us. We
right,
just punt it back to them.
right.
So when it's like four
yeah,
or
yeah.
5 minutes left in the game, and now they're in trouble. They gotta pass the ball. That man's an animal.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's a
I
beast,
think
man. He's so
I think I
fast.
saw I think I saw he's fourth in the country in sacks right now.
Yeah, he's a stud,
So
bro.
and he
unbelievable.
doesn't have like one in the first half. I don't believe.
Yeah, they're all in the fourth
No,
quarter.
Yeah, that's
like
crazy.
2 minutes left in the fourth quarter as
Yeah,
well. It's just unbelievable,
That's
but
unbelievable.
yeah.
that's a community built for you.
Yes.
Long and
Very
durable.
disappointed in Stutzman. I don't think he's right.
Yeah,
Uh, so I don't know, though. I mean,
yeah.
this bye week is much needed, but he just didn't seem like himself.
It's been a couple weeks now where
Yeah.
he stood out, but not in like a good way though.
Could
He had a
be
lot of missed
tired, too.
tackles.
Yeah.
Maybe not a lot, but there was some noticeable ones that he
Yeah.
missed.
Correct.
Or
You're,
key.
yep.
But I mean,
Yep.
shout out to that running back though. He's pretty good, man. If they would have kept giving him the ball, I think in the fourth quarter they would have won.
I think so.
They stopped giving him. What do you have? How many rushing yards do you have? Over 100 at
Got it right
least.
here. He had
Did he get over 100?
97.
I mean, it's damn close. Yeah.
Damn close. Yeah.
but
Five
How
point
many
seven
carries?
average. 15
5.7?
or 17. Average
17.
5.7.
Yeah, he was running every
And
time
he
he
was
touched the ball,
gassed.
man. He was making everybody miss, just running hard. I couldn't really. They didn't really have a plan for him that much.
Yeah.
He just
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of getting what he wanted to.
Yeah. And I like Ryan said, I think it's starting to become noticeable that the defense is tired. Like
Yeah,
the time of possession is starting to become a legit problem because it's noticeable when the first four games, I mean, offenses are barely getting 1-2 yards of run. You
right.
know, I mean, the D line's stout, physical. In this game, though, man, it was like, and it was early too. I mean, from start to finish,
Yeah.
they were gashing us, and it's kind of surprising, because I feel like Auburn's they got a good offense, but it's not like, you know, I mean, it's a good offense. I'll just say that. But it was kind of surprising how they were able to run the football.
That offensive line is huge, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, they
Yeah,
got some tackles. Both tackles, they're massive. I think
that's huge.
their right side, 70, 73 and 77, I think.
Yeah, 77.
71, something like that. Hey, them boys are huge.
Like 6'7",
Yeah,
350,
they're
something like that.
massive.
I mean,
it's
It was
crazy.
crazy to see how big they were. That's who they were running behind them the entire time.
Yeah, yeah.
but
And I was
hey,
going to ask you about that.
overall,
Go for it, Ryan. Go for it.
I was just gonna say overall, I mean, got us played well enough to win. I
Yeah,
mean,
Oh yeah, and that's what I mentioned. With this defense, I think we're always going to be in the game at the end. I
for
really
sure.
do. I think they're going to give us a shot to win the game. I just don't know offensively if we can, cover that ground. But one thing I wanted to ask y'all, man, from being there is is there a difference physically between us and Auburn?
No, no, not
Did
really.
y'all notice anything?
offensive line, they're
They're
huge,
just bigger. Yeah, that's about it.
but
Oh,
everywhere
okay.
else, hey, our
No.
linebackers are big as fuck.
Yeah, I thought we were more
Sorry,
physical.
but
I think we're more physical than them. That's the only
Okay.
the biggest thing, like you said, or like Ryan said, was the offensive lineman. That's the only area we saw that was we didn't
no,
really.
we're right there. We got like you throw Eli out there, okay. I mean, but he makes up for it because he plays bigger. But
For
every
sure.
other position besides O line, I mean, we're we were as big or bigger.
Yeah, we look
Nice.
good. We look real good out
Nice.
there.
That's good to hear, man.
Yeah,
That is. It's really good. Well, so that's. I mean, for like I was saying about the defense, man. I think they're going to be solid every game. I don't really think there's going to be anything, drastic. They're going to give up some plays, and
mm,
that's just because I don't think that's on them. I think that's because of the offenses we're playing. I mean, they got good players and they got good schemes, they got good coaches, but I think we're always going to be in it, in the fourth quarter. But let's hop over to the offense and let's have a nice long discussion about this offense, man, because it's listen. Did they do enough to win the game? Absolutely, and you got to tip the cap to it for sure. But number nine, when what I saw from number nine was one of the most special things I've ever seen from a quarterback, man. You go on the road to one of the most hostile environments in the SEC, and he not only did he play the game that we needed him to, he showed poise. He showed, I mean, leadership in those moments. Alex, man, what did you think about his play? I just, give me a few things that stood out to you because I mean, you were up close and personal with him. How'd you think he played?
he played pretty good. I thought for his first game on the road. There was a couple other. There's a couple of things he could have done a little bit better, but for the most part, he made really good decisions. Like the pass interference in the corner of the end zone. I think he threw it to only where Brendan. I think it was Brendan Thompson could only get it. Just like little stuff like that, just kind of shows like he's got a little bit of poise to him, a little bit of moxie to him too, and especially going over the top for the 2 point conversion. That was right there in front of me and Ryan, and it was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in my life. Is that he just got a lot of heart, man. He's a dog, and you can tell he's a winner. He's always won his whole life, and you can just tell he really wants it. He's giving everything he's got for his teammates.
Yeah, and like I mentioned, he played the game that we needed him to play, and what I mean by that, he didn't turn the football over.
He doesn't
and
really.
that
That's his
that was
decision
something
making.
that we just had to have, man.
Yeah.
Had to
Well,
have.
that's the big difference,
Yeah, it
right?
is. Yeah,
That's why 11 wasn't playing
exactly.
because he turned the ball over. 9, you go on a road with that environment. Your first start,
Yep.
you're down your 5 receivers, your top 5 receivers.
Yep.
And I want to give a couple players that impressed me and some that I'm very disappointed in. But number 9, hey, it all starts with him. And you can tell this is a different team, different vibe,
It is.
They're all pointing. I mean, the communication's all there. And they all look like they're playing harder. Brendan Thompson is the guy that impressed me. That man ran hard. When he had the ball, there wasn't just a touch tackle. You had to physically tackle him. He made some good moves. J.J. Hester, welcome to the show, baby. We're gonna need you.
Yeah, for sure.
Keep that up. That run
We
after
wrote
he
him
caught
off.
the ball. That run after he caught the ball. Great moves. A little speedy too. We saw why 17 don't get any burn.
Yeah.
He two times they try to run a inside screen to him, tunnel screen.
Oh.
One, he caught it, ran straight outside, away from all of his help. The other one, he doesn't come to the ball. He sits out there and waits on it, and then he don't even catch it.
No.
I mean, you can't do it.
Team.
Yeah, you can't do it. You got to help your quarterback out. And I don't know if he's scared to get hit or doesn't know. I don't know, but that's why 17's not out there more.
Yeah.
And it's pretty obvious. Plus, he's not great at blocking that I've seen. But I thought the O-line wasn't great, but very, very, very disappointed in 2. Did he run hard? Yes, he ran hard. There's holes, fellas. All you got to do is shuffle left to the front side. Sometimes it's even on the back side, but there's holes. They're not blowing anybody off the ball, but their scheme, they're playing what the defense is doing. So if they're slanting, they're letting them go. And Barnes has got to see that hole open up on the front side. I mean, some of those runs may go to the house he's very disappointed. And 27 needs to come back on the field. That one carry he got, he didn't shuffle back there. Man was gone.
Literally, he got one carry, it was one of the longest runs we had all day.
14 yards, and it wasn't easy. It was the same scheme that they were giving Barnes, and Barnes would have ran right into the. Yes.
Yeah.
Right, and he gets skinny.
I don't know, man. It's sometimes at the running back position, it doesn't make sense to me because I don't know how you justify that, and nobody's going to ask DeMarco, that question, because he'd give him the simple coach answer, but I don't understand that. I understand up to this point that he hasn't been the guy that he was last year, but what's in there. And I think one thing that he's lacking is the confidence and the rhythm, but all it takes is one run to get it. And dude, like you said though, that run looked different.
Yeah.
He didn't bounce. He cut it and was gone. And we didn't see him again.
Right.
I don't understand that.
And I think it was because there was no RPO. The line was just being able to go off the ball. Now they weren't like blowing anybody off, but they were doing what they were supposed to be doing. And maybe Sawchuk, maybe he's an RPO back. Maybe he just needs to know you got the ball, run. I don't know.
It could be a great point. I don't know. But that was the first game all 5 offensive linemen stayed in the same spots. So,
right.
And I think it paid dividends later in the game because at first it was a struggle. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Right.
That right side was getting dominated, but as the game went on, it got a lot better. That fourth quarter I thought they played really good. The fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's what everybody predicted the offensive line to be, right? That's correct. It. That's the starting lineup that everybody was saying. Yeah. This is what it's going to be.
Right.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So,
man, the problem that I've got though, with this offense, and I understand that you have to have a pick six to win this game, and that's fine. You know, your defense is good enough that in those moments they're able to execute. But the inability to run the football is going to it's literally will cause us to lose a lot of games down the stretch. I mean, these teams are too good that we're about to play, man. You got to figure out a way to run the football, and I don't know if that means speed option. I would love to see that with Michael Hawkins, with and Taylor Tatum once he gets back, and or Sawchuk or Barr. I don't care who it is, but just something outside the tackles and let these guys make some plays, man. The inside zone it's not there. I mean, unless something changes,
It's
you
there,
know,
man.
Yeah,
It's
but
there.
okay, it's there, but it ain't though if they can't hit it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, the running backs got to see it. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You know,
Yeah.
so the
100%.
inability to run the football, it's driving me insane. But you know, it did look better. It looked better than it has, and so maybe there's some progress, you know, and some momentum to be built heading into Texas.
and I think that game might also it could have been a different ball game too because every big play we had, we always got a penalty. Every
There's
big
no
play we
doubt.
had a penalty. Besides in the fourth quarter, like that one to Bauer Sharp, then we scored with Barnes. We ended up getting 3 points. With Bauer
Yeah,
Sharp, we would have went down. That would have either been it would have been a 10-0 ball game or a 14-0 ball game on that because that was we used to stop them. That was after we scored. Michael Hawkins took off. That next time we got the ball back, that was at like 30 or 40 yard pass to Bauer Sharp, over the middle, and that gets called back. So you never know. But I
yeah.
think the offense looked decent, a lot better than what it has been. Honestly, I feel like we were
There's no
clicking,
doubt.
we were
Yeah,
clicking on, for a little bit, and then kind of just like I said, every time we got something going, we'd shoot ourselves in the foot, and it just stalled us out. So if we clean that up, the penalties, and I think we'll be okay. And then getting some healthy guys back, I like our
yeah,
chances.
yeah. I'll just throw some stats out just so we have the numbers. Um, Total yards: Auburn 482, Oklahoma 291. Passing yards 338 to 161. Rushing yards 144 to 130. Yards per play 6.4 to 6.2. Um, but I mean, what we got to look at though, time of possession. They had the ball 11 minutes longer than we did. I mean, you know,
Which is better than what it has been.
Mm-hmm.
it right, exactly, exactly. But we're also 2 for 11 on third down. Um,
What is that
penalties,
about, man? What is it?
penalties,
What are
10
we
for
on the season?
78.
All penalties, man. All
What is
those
that?
third
What are we
downs.
on the season?
All those third.
Oh,
Shoot, probably
I don't.
We have to be
15,
like 20% or
I
something.
was like 17% or something.
I mean,
We're way down there. I don't know what it is. I don't have the number, but I mean, it's not good though, fellas. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
well, you're not going to win a lot of ball games with that. I mean,
Right?
you got to be able to convert on third down.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I,
yeah. And
yeah.
can we talk about the tight ends real quick because I feel like they played their best game and also worst game at the same time. If that
one
makes sense.
person played their best game. The other did not.
Right.
I
But
thought Roberts blocked well.
He played
Well,
like
he blocked a lot. To me it looked like they went away from Bauer Sharp, like running towards him, and then
yeah.
they moved 87 in there, and he did a lot better, like blocking that defensive end because he's a little bigger, I think. But he did have some stupid penalties. I mean,
well, they both did. I don't know if y'all saw the
well,
illegal.
Bauer had one. Why are you running
Right.
toward right? Yeah, that's
I don't
stupid.
know. I literally have no idea what he was doing.
Oh,
I
what?
was watching it like what
That was
what
the
are you
one that
doing?
Barnes scored, and
Yeah,
they
on
took
sport.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and then Jake Robert. I don't know what. Oh my gosh, dude, that was literally so frustrating to me because he didn't even need to do it. He
I
did
know.
not need to do it. Like all he had to do was just like you run right in
So,
front of you. Yeah, you just sell it. Like I don't know. That position's got to get a lot better, quick. Okay,
I mean, 10 looked good when he had the ball in his.
and I know he looked good. They
He's
need to
fast.
get him more
He's a lot
involved.
faster than I thought he was.
Yes. Hey, just put him at receiver. Put him out,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, put him on, put
I
him,
agree.
put him out there, and Roberts as a tight end when you need a tight end. I
Yeah.
mean,
You know, because
Honestly.
we do a lot of that 12 personnel where there's two
right,
tight ends on the field. You could have Roberts be the line end, and then you could have Sharp, line up on the outside. There's nothing wrong with that. We used to do that with Mark Andrews, and I don't remember who the H back was back
yeah.
with
Me too.
was it Flowers? Was it? It was one. It was Flowers or
Yeah,
gosh.
because Dimitri was with Baker.
Okay, so then yeah,
So was Mark.
we'd have Andrews and Flowers in at the same time, and that combination was fantastic. It worked great. I mean, we've seen that before, and I don't. They need to do that, like you said, because he looked good when he had the ball.
Yeah,
So
they must not like Barnes and Sawchuk with the two back
together,
situation
yeah,
because we didn't see any of that. They like Barnes and Tatum
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah. But what y'all think about the scheme? Did did y'all like it better than what you've seen up to this point, or did you see a little bit?
It was
You
cool.
see some difference?
I saw some difference. There's no RPO.
Yeah, for
I mean,
sure.
that's the
Yeah.
main difference. And hey, we threw the ball down the field twice. Hey, that's better than we have been doing. I mean, you know,
First one would have been a touchdown if we threw it on point.
yeah, still too many. I think those inside zone runs. I think now, even though they're there, I would like to get it on the edge some more. I thought those wide receiver screens were good. Tight end screens were good if they were blocked well. But yeah, I like the scheme. I don't have a problem with the play calling that game.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah. So passing yards, we had 161. But I don't know. I think it was like 60 something. I think came on that one to JJ Hester, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then we have 130, and 48 of those came on the first possession when he took that to the house.
right. Yeah,
So those numbers, and I get what people say, because you could easily say if those plays don't happen, then look at the numbers. But those plays happen, so you look at the numbers, what we got. But the reality is, though, fellas, this offense, I just they're not explosive as what we need to be. Now, did we have a couple more explosive plays? For sure, we did. But that is one thing that I want to see. And I think when Burks comes back and we start getting some wide receivers back, I think we'll see that a little bit. The explosive plays down the field. But man, it's so tough to watch, dude. Because here, and I'm just going to point out one example as to why it's so frustrating. So Bauer Sharp takes that one. It's the Blake Roberts or Jake. I don't. What's his first name? I get this.
Jake.
Jake. It's the offensive pass interference. Bauer Sharp takes it like 50 yards. What do they call the next play?
tight end
Screen to
screen.
Bauer Sharp.
Yeah, I'll give you a tight end screen.
Yeah,
it did
to
get
Bauer
blocked.
Sharp.
He didn't even get to. He got the line of scrimmage.
He
Yeah.
didn't get. I was like, the guy just ran 50 yards.
Yeah,
Can you? I don't care who you throw the screen to. Just throw it to somebody else. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
His tires
And
out.
and I'm
Yeah.
like, it's just stuff like that where I'm like, I don't know if he's working out the kinks or he's just not seeing the whole field. Like, I don't know, man. But stuff like that happens, and I'm like, so I have one against Tennessee. I have another example of this. Taylor Tatum gets drilled right in the back of the head, right? He gets up wobbly. What's the next play again?
hand it right to him.
Hands it right to him. And what's he do?
Fumbles
Boom.
it. Oh, yeah.
Luckily, he landed right on the ball. But that's just the stuff where I'm like, okay, how about we start like thinking a little bit? You know what I'm saying?
I think he's nervous. He's got a lot of pressure on him now. Which I mean, You take any team, I don't care if it's college, NFL, and take away their top 5 receivers, they're not going to be very good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
mean,
agree.
you
No,
know what I mean? Don't
for
matter.
sure.
And then your running game ain't very good. I mean, you're in big
Yeah,
trouble. You're not going to be able to move the ball.
yeah, I agree with. Yeah, and we got to get some guys back. Hey, let me ask you about Nick Anderson. What's going on there?
I don't think we see him.
I don't think he's gonna come back.
Is it season in? Like, is it the injury? Season ending?
Yeah, I think it's just going to be, yeah, a nagging injury probably.
He's just gonna go to the draft.
I hope he does not do that. I don't know
I
why he
hope
would
he
do
comes
that.
back, but I can see
I,
him just waiting out.
do we even know what the injury is?
It's his quad, isn't it?
Yeah,
Quad? Season ending quad injury?
yeah.
I guess. I don't know. I
So
don't, and they're not. I'm
What?
not even hearing
What the
anything
hell are
about
we talking?
Andrell. So
got that soft
Andrell.
tissue injury.
See that this is the question that I've got because, like, when those injury reports come out, they tell who's out, probable, questionable, whatever, but they don't give what the, like, it, because that's my thing with Nick Anderson. I'm like, I've been hearing it's a quad injury. People saying he's out for the season, and I'm like, what are we talking about here?
I don't know, but I'm not gonna keep my
No, I
hopes up
know.
for him.
No,
Yeah,
I know. But I mean, he's just such a big part of the offense, and to not have him out there, it's tough, man.
good blow. Yeah,
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 hurt
yeah.
for sure.
But
yep. But hey, wrap it up by saying 9. He's certified.
Yeah,
If anybody had any,
oh yeah,
we'll see. Right? Well,
right.
we'll see. That's gone. You're the guy. Man, that's it.
I bet, and I think his deep balls will just keep getting better. Honestly, the more reps, man, it's gonna get easy for him.
Yeah,
That
that
ball to
one to
JJ
JJ
Hester.
was fine.
Oh,
That was right there in our lap.
Yes, right
I
to us. And
mean,
that spiral was tight.
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
it was that was pretty, man. It's pretty. I think with him at the helm, I think this offense, even where it's at, I think it's still so much better than where it
oh
was.
yeah, for sure, way better.
So I think he gives us definitely the best chance of winning moving forward.
Yeah,
And going into Texas, and we got 2 weeks to prepare for them boys, man. And listen, you never know what could happen in the Cotton Bowl, man.
for
So
sure. I'll be
we'll
there again.
see. Yeah, we'll see what's going on. And I'm very excited for that football game. But all right,
Hopefully,
go for it, Alex.
I was gonna say, hopefully we can get some players back. 2 weeks of
Uh,
rest. Let that defense rest.
yep,
Never know.
yep.
Might get
Fingers
scary.
crossed. But all right, fellas, let's start wrapping this thing up. Ryan, what do you got your closing remarks, man, of this football game?
Hey, phenomenal. To find out and I know everybody heard BV say he hasn't been a part of Sooner Magic since he's been a head coach. Hey, we were at the game. There wasn't a lot of hope going into that fourth quarter,
Yeah, no doubt.
and it changed in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
I mean, it was just an amazing experience, amazing game from those players. They fought their tails off all the way through the game, and hey, found a way to win, and that's what college football is about, man. So,
hmm
hey, I'm excited. I got a lot of hope going into Texas.
no doubt, man.
same.
Yep, that's well
Same.
said there.
I
Alex, let's
agree.
hear it, bro. What do you got? What do you got? Your closing statements.
Yeah, just the same. I got hope with this team, man. We were down there on the field dapping players up after we were scoring the 2 point conversion. So
Nah,
I
yeah,
felt that energy, man. It's gonna be a good rest of the season with 9 back to that QB. I think. I really do believe it.
heck yeah, man. Y'all said it great. Hey, one thing I do want to point out though, what I said last pod, man. This is a chemistry game. You know,
For sure.
that's BV's been he's really fought hard to build it up. That he's to build that locker room, to build that mentality, man. And I think we showed that on Saturday. Because like you said, Ryan, nobody had hope, but the boys kept fighting and fighting, and we came out on top. So now we 4-1 going into Texas, and shoot, like you said, I got hope, baby. There's a lot of hope moving forward now, and I can't wait to watch the rest of the season.
Thanks.
Hey,
So,
yep, I agree.
so it's all about just using these bye weeks, the bye week to get right, get healthy, rest up, get your mind right.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So,
Absolutely.
hey, I just want to point out, again, if you like what we're doing with the content, give us a like, follow, comment, subscribe. We'd love to hear from you. What you agree with, don't matter to us. Interact with us. But we appreciate everybody that's been a part of the journey. But all right, fellas, last things. You got anything?
Bomer.
Sooner.
Hey, you know how we always close it out, baby. It's that boomer.
Sooner.
Soner.